So I grew up as a migrant farm worker, which means that I moved around with my family in search of work. My senior year, in 1997, my family settled here. We stopped going down back to Texas. My parents bought a house, a home in Mountain Home. And so it was my first year where I was able to not move, able to stay in one school. I was involved in the art club or the art community there with my art teachers. I knew I always wanted to be an artist, just didn't know what. I didn't know what I was gonna do to make money. At the time, I didn't realize you could make money or how to make money through art. My art teachers said, you know, good idea if we put together a portfolio of my work. And so with that portfolio, I was able to submit it for some art scholarships at Boise State. And I got one, I got a big one at the time. It was enough to pay for my first year. And right after I graduated from Boise State University, I applied for a student job at the Bureau of Reclamation. And it's a water agency. They've managed water in the West. I applied for an illustration job at the time for a student position, and I've been there ever since. I've been there over 23 years. So I just wanted to find that balance between my day job, which is very technical, very scientific, to doing something that I really enjoy, and that has been able to balance that overall by being involved in different projects that require or they ask of my personal style, my personal type of fine art. As I got older and was able to give back and be in a position to give back, especially now, I feel like I'm a very open book, more than happy to share whatever I can with the next person. And so, yeah, giving to me is kind of part of who I am because I learned it through family.
Bobby's story has so much impact for this community because it's sort of the story of folks coming to Idaho. In this case, they were farm workers, and falling in love with the place and making the place home. And then having such a success story where Bobby's considered one of the best artists out of the area. And so for me, it's a little bit like, almost like a Rocky story, but for an artist. So, you know, Bobby's come here, become a terrific artist, become a powerful member of the community, and now he's passing that on to a younger generation. So there's a great narrative in there.
I think I lived kind of a unique life or situation in terms of the background that I grew up with. I think it could help maybe the next young generation that may feel that it's impossible or that it's hard or it's a challenge. I'm hoping this documentary can provide some inspiration for them.